Hi, this is Marika Blue in the Garden Gypsy Hide, my backyard permaculture farm, and I just wanted to show you guys these beautiful flowers. This is actually broccoli, and I have one growing here, and it's so perfect and delicious looking. I kind of just want to eat it. Best broccoli I ever had. Not even kidding. So, maybe I should grow broccoli. I'm gonna have to get all of this field out. I'm gonna do some changing around with crops. Strawberries have grown pretty well here with very, very low maintenance, and I can't imagine what it would be if I actually put work into it, which I am putting a lot of work into it, but not as much as I could. Here's my strawberry field, and I have thyme growing in the middle. I don't know if that's right or not. I know I'm probably doing a bunch of mistakes, only my first year, but thyme is supposed to deter a lot of pests, attract a lot of pests to keep them away from the strawberries. This is garlic. It's super delicious, just cutting the greens and eating those. I'll prove it to you. It's garlic. It's like eating bad breath. So delicious. Spicy. It's so healthy. Healthy tasting. So, I have a lot of herbs growing here. Sage is good for strawberries. Garlic is good for strawberries. I have borage growing here. This is borage. This will be, I can show you what borage looks like when it's much older. It doesn't have flowers yet. It gets really, really big. So, I guess you can eat this stuff, but it's very, very spiky. And I've tried everything, and it's just you can't get rid of that spiky taste. I'm covering things up with my hand. So here's my new strawberry field. I only had asparagus and marigold and parsley and some other herbs growing here, but I'm going to turn this into, I've just recently read an article about growing asparagus and strawberries together because they're roots are in different levels in the soil, and so I'm expanding my strawberry field because I think I'm going to have a good turnaround this year. Here you can already see this asparagus, and I just cut these down. You have to cut off these big huge brown bushels, and I'm going to leave this tomato plant for another year to see if the tomatoes are any good the second time around. I've never done that before, but it's doing so good. This is from last year. Huge. It's growing all the way down there. I also found out that taking the tomato leaves, just taking the tomato leaves and crushing them up and putting them on the strawberries just like this, keeps away aphids and stuff like that. I don't know if it works, but that's what I read, and I'm just trying different things. There's all sorts of different herbs. I have another field here that I think I'm going to put strawberries in. I'm not going to buy any more strawberries. These strawberries right here, I think they're called quinault. I'm not sure. I have labels in here, and then they're runners, so they shoot runners out, and then you just take the runners, which I did over here. These are all the runners from this side. I put them on this side. They're just like tiny little baby plants with these runners here, and they shoot out roots really quick. Have some sage, and yeah, just working on this corner in the garden. Also, I actually did do more yesterday. Not feeling too good, but you can always decide how hard you want to work in the garden. If you don't want to work so hard in the garden, there's always light work to do. There's always heavy work to do. So just trying to keep moving. I straightened all this out. This was all a big mess back and forth, and I put a bunch of kohlrabi in the middle of all of it, just seeds. But this is all celery, and then I put kohlrabi seeds, so they like each other. I guess, I don't know what happened, but I have two different charts. One says potatoes are okay with celery, and the other one says it's not. So I did the potatoes, but I have a feeling that the celery root is just too big for the potatoes to have any room. So I'm going to plant them on this side. Have the celery, then maybe some kale, broccoli in the middle here, and then potatoes on the side, and then I'm going to grow beans, snap peas, and what was the other one? Beans for the nitrogen, that gives nitrogen to the ground. I'm going to put corn along here too if I get a minute. There's always a lot to do, and I'm just working towards making this garden more sustainable, and a lot of these plants that I showed you today, they last like 7 to 8, maybe even 10 years. Even the celery, you just cut it off and it just keeps growing. The strawberries, they're just continuous, and I guess today I read each little strawberry plant should be pulled out after 4 years. So that's a long time. The asparagus lasts a very long time too. So those three things, celery, asparagus, and strawberries, are definitely things I would put in my garden for sure. So that was it for today, and I'm going to have some hammock time right now. Garden Gypsy out.